Hello, this is Jordan Davidson presenting my library advocacy assignment for Module 10. I'm proposing on behalf of our school library committee a Battle of the Books reading program. This is a reading incentive program that gets students reading and cooperating with each other. So the objectives for Battle of the Books is that it broadens students' reading interests, it increases their reading comprehension, it promotes academic excellence, and it also promotes cooperative learning and teamwork among students. The Battle of the Books is a reading motivation and comprehension program. The original idea for Battle of the Books came from a reading program sponsored by the Chicago Public Library in the early 1940s. Joanne Kelly, a student participant in the radio show, became a school librarian in Urbana, Illinois. While she was there, she reconstructed the radio show to use in her library to create the Battle of the Books. There are now many Battle of the Books in many states, and the one in Texas is called the Central Texas Battle of the Books and is an academic quiz game based on the current Texas Lone Star reading list. So as a school, we will pilot the Battle of the Books with our students. They will start reading their books in the fall and will form their teams of 5 people and prepare to compete for early spring. The top 3 winning teams in each grade will get to go and compete at the Central Texas Battle of the Books in late spring. How the game is played is that there is a list of books, which are chosen from the current Lone Star reading list, and questions are written for all grade levels. So students read the books, discuss them, quiz each other on the contents, and then compete in teams of 5 to correctly answer questions based on the books in a quiz show format. The target audience will be from grades 6 through 8. For the first year, we will try it out with 150 students and see where it goes from there. We will allow 50 students from each grade to register. Students will form teams of 5 to make up 10 teams for each grade level. The budget needed to pilot Battle of the Books will be approximately $5,000. $4,000 will be needed for the 5 books that each student will receive. $500 will be needed for the supplies and prizes for the school-wide competition, and $500 will be needed for the finalists to compete at the Central Texas Battle of the Books in late spring. Our committee looked at 3 research articles to support this reading program. The first article is in The Art of Reading. Here, the authors have defined 4 interconnected pillars that are necessary to support successful reading promotion programs: reading environment, trained librarians, evidence through data analysis, and collaboration. Here, library programs are better embedded in policy and therefore easier to justify financing. Through analysis of libraries, schools, and preschool agencies even, the authors argue how there is lots of data to make informed decisions about what to adjust and/or add for materials, activities, and services to improve the language skills and media literacy of children from age 4 to 18 years. Langendock and Brockhoff state that research studies consistently show that frequent reading correlates with positive developments in various domains of language development, such as vocabulary, reading comprehension, decoding skills, spelling, grammatical knowledge, and writing skills. Their research supports our idea for a Battle of the Books reading program in that it uses data to show how a school-wide push for reading engagement that positively improves the language skills and media literacy of our youth comes from effective reading programs. In the second article, Connecting Readers, the author looks at how trained librarians can connect readers by building a reading community through reading to students, sharing books, and providing choice. Cultivating a reading community creates social opportunities for students to talk about books, which can improve student appreciation and enjoyment in what they read. The author discusses how reading enjoyment declines around the age of 10 to 13, and that emphasizing social interaction surrounding reading needs to become the goal for maintaining engaged readers in this age group. To do this, the author tested a variety of group interactions. What she found was that peer recommendations that are social, personal, and targeted have shown to be an effective way to foster student reading engagement. She encourages school librarians to create a reading community where discussion is valued. Petrosevic states that a reading community can create social opportunities for students to read together, build relationships with other readers, encourage students to challenge or stretch their reading, and improve student appreciation and enjoyment of what they read. Her research supports our committee's Battle of the Books program because it shows how an effective reading program can cultivate reading engagement through its social and collective interactions, where students will be discussing the books to prepare for their competition and building towards cooperative team effort. For the third article, A Hook and a Book, the authors look at the effectiveness of summer reading programs and how they are meant to counteract the summer reading setback, practice communication skills, and develop a love of reading. However, they are critical of the rewards and incentives that students earn from these reading programs and how they are cultivating extrinsic motivation over intrinsic motivation. So students are reading for rewards more than these programs are helping to create a love for reading, is what they argue. What the authors found, however, was that most students who were participating in these summer reading programs would have participated whether there were rewards or not. So the authors express how it is important for librarians planning and implementing these programs to be aware of the short-term positive effects and long-term negative effects, or the extrinsic motivation that rewards can produce. And they provide best practices for implementing rewards in summer reading programs, such as ensure the rewards are relevant, for example, a book prize, provide reading choice, design programs that stimulate students' curiosity and interest. Small, Arnone, and Bennett state that fostering students' curiosity in ways that trigger situational interest can lead to deeper level, well-developed individual interest that doesn't require rewards for participation. An initial activity that sparks students' interest and involvement can be used to motivate continued interest and participation. Their research supports our school library committee's Battle of the Books program because it serves as a reminder that building a love of reading must aim to cultivate intrinsic motivation so that students are learning to become lifelong readers. And although there is competition with Battle of the Books, the rewards are related to reading and long-term reading and connection with other people. Our school library committee will measure the impact of the project by running and analyzing circulation reports for increased library usage, monitoring and analyzing standardized test results to see if student achievement has increased, and to survey students and faculty about Battle of the Books, pre-surveys and post-surveys to find out about interest and then pursuing it for ongoing years and to see how it affected the students' reading engagement. Jason Sakeley states that if we as teacher librarians and educators can help develop the reading ability and literacy of our students, we are actually setting them on a path to lifelong success. Therefore, in bringing Battle of the Books to our school, we are cultivating a school-wide effort for reading engagement, and as a result, not only setting our students up for success in areas such as standardized testing, but also as lifelong learners. Here are the references provided to support our school library committee's reading program. Thank you for your time, and if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me at jordandavidson@my.unt.edu. Thank you again.